Hi, boys and girls. Today we're going to be working on writing our own very scary story. Yesterday we went over the elements of a story, which were the characters, so the people in your story, the setting where your story takes place, and the problem that happens in your story. And it could potentially have a solution to the problem as well. So today we are going to have a couple of graphic organizers that we're going to kind of brainstorm what is going to be in your story. What elements are we going to include in your own story? So I am going to show you some examples. I want you to pay attention to all the detail that I am going to add. So first we're going to start with characters. So on your graphic organizers, you'll be able to type into your text box. And so for my first character, I'm going to have Jack as my first character. I'm going to describe Jack. So I'm going to describe him as clumsy. He's forgetful. He has blonde hair. Oops. And he wears glasses. So that is some description of Jack. So my second character in my story is going to be Luna. I really like the name Luna, so I'm going to pick Luna to be my second character. So now I'm going to describe Luna. So Luna is clever, so she's very smart. She is responsible, and she has brown curly hair. And my third character is the vampire. This vampire has razor sharp teeth. It wears all black clothes. And it has crazy curly hair. So those are my descriptions for each of my characters, and I gave them a name as well. So you're going to want to have two or three characters in your story. And in here, it'll show you that you are able to describe these characters, and that will give your story and your readers an idea of who the characters are in your story and what they are like. So then we're going to go to your setting. So the setting in a story. The setting in your story is where your story takes place. So this could be anywhere that you could think of. It could be, for example, it could be at your house. It could be at a school. It could be in a scary, spooky place in, let's say, a graveyard. So today I'm going to have mine in a graveyard. That is where my setting is. So what I'm going to write is where my setting is in the first box. And then I'm going to think of over on the right-hand side, use your 5 senses to describe your setting. So the 5 senses are what you hear, what you see, what you are touching or what you touch or what you can feel, what you taste, and what you smell. So when I'm thinking about my setting, so I'm in a graveyard. So I'm thinking that I am hearing some crickets. I bet I am hearing some wind howling, possibly even wolves howling. Oops. So then I think about, what do I see in this graveyard or the cemetery? I think that it's going to be pretty dark out. So I'm going to see darkness. I'm going to see the light flashing in different areas where I'm looking around, looking for someone when I'm playing hide and seek. So I also am touching. So what am I touching? I am holding my candy. So my bag of candy. I am probably touching or feeling the cold air against my face. I could possibly, what could I taste? I could possibly be tasting the Halloween candy that I was just eating. And then what am I smelling? So I probably would be smelling some dirt. And then maybe I'm going to have it raining and storming in my story. So I am going to be smelling rain. And I bet when I'm feeling something, I bet I could add that I feel the rain on my face as well. So these are your senses to describe your setting. So this is what you are going to include in your story for each of your 5 senses. This is going to help somebody that's reading your story understand and kind of picture and visualize where your story is taking place. So what is the date, time, season, and weather? So I'm going to make mine Halloween. So October 31st. The time, I'm going to make it about evening. So when it gets dark outside. The season, of course, is fall. And the weather, I decided that it was a chilly, stormy, night. So this will kind of give everyone that is reading your story an idea of what is it like right in this time period that you're at. So the date. So of course it's Halloween. So you're definitely going to have candy. You're going to have costumes on. You're going to, maybe it's chilly like it usually is in October and usually on Halloween. It could be storming, raining. It could be sunshine. You could make it whatever you want to be. This is just an example. And then this one says, what is the mood of your setting? So what kind of mood are you feeling like? So I'm thinking that in the beginning, I'm thinking that my story is, my mood's kind of fun. I mean, I'm having fun. I'm playing hide and seek with my friends, or my friend, because I've only have 2 characters. And then I think that it's going to turn spooky or scary. So those are my 3 moods that I'm going to put for my setting. Now we're going to move on to our problem and solution. So for our problem, I'm going to have that problem be, I'm going to think, I guarantee my problem is going to be losing one of my friends while I'm playing hide and seek and not being able to find them. So I'm going to say Jack got lost while playing hide and seek. We could not find Jack. So that was my problem in my story. My solution or possible solution, sometimes in scary stories, you don't always have a solution. They might leave you on the fence or leave you in suspense to not tell you what's actually going to happen or what actually the solution would be to the problem that they were having. But I think in my story, I am going to have a solution. I think my solution is going to be, there was a vampire that stole Jack. So actually in my problem, I'm going to actually say that. Vampire came up and stole Jack from where he was hiding. So the solution is, well, the vampire came out with Jack from their hiding place. So he came out, but then he wants to make a little deal with me. So he's going to make a deal with Luna. He wants all of their red candy in their bag. So once we give all of our red candy to them, to the vampire, he will let Jack go, and then we can get out of there. So that is what my solution is going to be for my story. So now what you're going to do is you're going to go back into your own graphic organizer and pick your characters and describe them. So use the description, use some descriptive words. And if you need some help with those, I am more than happy to help you with that. The setting, so make sure that you are including your 5 senses. So describe what you hear, see, touch, taste, and smell. And then some more describing your setting. So what's the date, what's the time, what's the season, what the weather is like, and then what the mood of your setting is. And then again, your problem and solution. So you do not have to have a solution, but if you do, the box is there for you to write that. So that is your lesson for today on brainstorming and how you're going to start writing your scary story and getting those elements that we talked about yesterday included in your story to make it the best possible scary story that you can make. So have fun and good luck.